Inside of this, there is a concentrate, a strip of concentrate right in the middle. So when somebody's smoking it and it's burning, they see the hole inside. And they call them donuts in California, but we are in New York. So we said that this is a bagel hole. Hi, my name is Natalia Kaminskaya. I'm co-founder and head of brand for MFNY, Marijuana Farms, New York. We are here at our farm in New Windsor, upstate New York. We are currently wholesaling to more than 300 stores across the whole New York state. Welcome.
Ian Deitch, I'm head of operations here at MFNY. This is kind of like the launch pad for all of our different flower spaces. We have our mother stock, basically clone it into another plant. This particular greenhouse is what's known as our nursery. The light cycle in here is a longer light cycle, which mimics basically summer, which the plant in that phase doesn't want to be in flower. It wants to grow structurally. I have a pretty rich genetic library that typically we have usually about 100 different strains in there. Just finished planting about 12,000 plants yesterday. So basically what you have here is a freshly planted clone. Depending on time of year and how much available sunlight, they can be in here from anywhere from 3 to 10 days, typically no more than 14. You got flowers forming now. This is through the use of a blackout curtain, we're able to shorten our light days. These plants are, I would say, 1/3 into their life, and basically what's happening here is these white hairs that you see everywhere. It's the start of a seed pod. So as the plant bulks up over its life, basically that gland swells behind it, and that's what eventually those clusters, those flower clusters, are what people know as flower. Along with that, you can see a lot of the trichomes already starting to form. We tend to grow for maximum trichome production because we are an oil company. It's all really just good agricultural practices and growing clean and treating the plant right and being on time, and that's what really makes it in here. Because we produce so much oil, like even spraying like something organic could ruin the taste profile that we're like really going for in a lot of our products. And so we actually use predatory bug strategy. So it's like we have like a little army working for us in here.
What we do is pretty unique. It's, I would say, the reverse of what 95% of the companies do.
Yeah. I think our main goal with the products was always obviously to do our best to produce the best we could, but like not necessarily to be the best, more to serve as like an example of like what a full spectrum cannabis product should be at scale that's widely available for consumers to grab.
So this is the stropia actually, and you can see that it already like starts, but it usually has pink pistils. This particular variety. They all are absolutely unique in the shape of their leaves, the way they smell. Oh, that's a pretty one. Look at this one. And this plant is female. All of the plants, cannabis plants that have THC, they're all female. That's also the beauty of it, is that she is so pretty. We extract from fresh frozen. So those beautiful buds which you saw, the flower, once we harvest, we flash freeze it within 15 minutes. That's why it's important that everything happens here on property, because we have to move very fast. And the reason why we do it, we want to lock in all of the terpenes, all of the flavor of the plant, and then we keep it frozen in those freezers there until we are ready to extract it. So when somebody tells you that blueberry 2.0 doesn't smell like blueberry, that's not true. It does, and it tastes like blueberry.
What you're looking at in this room is our closed loop BHO extraction setup, or butane really is what we use. It's a super efficient solvent. So extracting with it is really great. We're able to completely remove any residual leftover in our final product. So this batter, like you see it in this form, but this is exactly what ends up in every product we make basically. This is the batter taking the one extra step that can be deployed into a vape cart. It can be deployed into an infused gummy, a tincture, liquid gold.
So today we're running the cherry lime and super runts gummy. It's one that's done really well on the market. So as you can see, it's all done by hand back here. We have 2 little depositors. They're very powerful, and so we can run over 100,000 gummies a day in this lab. So we have a lot of people that put a lot of care into it. They're all flipped by hand, demolded by hand in the next room. These are pretty powerful little machines here. You can see right in the top, that's where they're going to deposit the gummies. This is a fully infused batch here. I love this flavor for the taste, and I love the grape guava for the effect. So the cherry lime, it's got like a little bit of a zing at the end. I'm actually really excited about a new flavor we're about to put out. We just ran it. It's a sour fruit punch gummy. So that's got the sour on the outside. It's got even more of a zing than this, so that one might compete for my next new top favorite.
You see it has those wines in it, and we call them river bends. It's a tribute to Hudson Valley windy roads, the hills of the Hudson Valley, and it's a reflection of how our product travels from the farm right to New Yorkers, because we are producing a product that's produced by New Yorkers for New Yorkers.
Hi, I'm Rachel Will, and I'm the Director of Content and Social here at Gotham, a legal women-owned dispensary. We have 4 locations in New York. The thing that sort of makes Gotham different than other dispensaries is that we have a really carefully curated lifestyle selection here. You can see in the front half of the store, we've got a bunch of artisanal bongs, we have skincare, we have perfume, we have anything you can really think of. Art books, which I really love, and an incredible clothing selection as well. Here in the back we have our cannabis registers. So here we've got a great selection of pre-rolls. These are all also really very carefully curated, just like our lifestyle selection. We take a lot of pride in our selection and how we have our staff try things before we decide whether or not we want to carry them. We also have more pre-rolls here. We've got beverages, and of course we have MFNY, which is one of our best-selling cannabis brands for sure. I'm such a fan of our store staff. I have been here so long that I've been able to develop real friendships with a lot of them in a way that's really nice. But bud tender is somebody at Gotham, it's somebody who really knows their stuff. And internally we call them connoisseurs because it's really important to us to hire people who are experts. When I have a question about something that we sell, I know that anybody who works in the store is going to be able to answer it for me immediately. MFNY is one of the best-selling cannabis brands in New York State. I know that for a fact, and personally, I am very partial to them. They were one of the first teams that I met when I joined Gotham early on, and I've toured the farm maybe 4 or 5 times now. It's such an impressive brand, such an impressive operation. The science, the thought, the intention, and the intelligence that goes into their products and the production of their products is just really incredible when you pay a lot of attention to it.
Rather than just have a couple varieties that, 4 varieties or whatever, like we tend to cycle through a lot more, and that's really for the consumer, so the consumer's experience is continuously fresh, and there's always kind of a new terpene profile to try or taste, and yeah, because we're consumers as well, so we kind of know what people want in that department.